Alright, what's up y'all, it's like a fan here. As you can see by the title of today's video, we have things nobody wants you to know on defense in NBA 2K25. So everything between playing passing lanes, how to get better chase downs, bump steals, getting more bumpy on ball as well. A vertical contest system, which I'm showing right here as well, where we have a lot of different tips of, just analytical things that we've tested over the years, and also just mythical things like holding the Y button on chase down blocks. And it's something I believe in, but I'm not positive that's actually something that works. But hey, there's been a lot of justification of that in my comments over the years, talking about it between the chase downs right here and also the rebounds, and that it works on that. So anyway, let's get into the video. I hope y'all enjoy. If you do, feel free to drop a like, sub if you're new, turn on noties, all that good stuff. And like always, try to one to 3,000 likes. So as you can see, we have our notes section right here. Things nobody wants you to know on defense. From top to bottom, this is what you're going to see in this defensive clips cut up, if you will. So for the chase down blocks, holding the Y button. Someone asked me in yesterday's video with the rebounding tutorial when I start holding the Y button. They were trying to understand if I pre-anticipate holding it, so I do it way before the ball even hits the rim, or if I'm doing it like kind of just as a follow through for when you would normally press your Y button. And that's what I do indeed. That's the same thing with the chase down blocks. The same way you would just expect to tap Y, I'm just saying to hold it from that moment instead. So just wanted to give a little bit of a clarification in that regard. Bump steals after getting on-ball bumps. This is going to be a huge tip that I'm actually going to start the video with, because I'm telling y'all, it's going to be a massive one when it comes to you getting more on-ball steals. And I know like glove steals are really hard in this game, like getting plucks and stuff like that. We're not going to go over that in today's video because honestly, there's not a great system in play for that. You would just, hope that it goes well. And that's how it used to be in 2K, just toned down by a lot. But anyway, how to get bumpy on ball, which sets up the bump steals. When and why to play passing lanes. And we got to say, passing lanes are a crazy aspect of the game that can be very powerful. So obviously you want to be able to be on your best game in that regard. The vertical contest that we just showed, I'll give a more breakdown detail of that in just a second. How to pre-switch if you're playing with teammates, and we're going to go over that for those of you who are like 6'7", 6'8", maybe even 6'9", maybe even 6'10". Long story short, for those of you out there who are capable of guarding like point guard and center, to be able to set up your teammate for success, and you're going to be able to get yourself in the area for passing lanes really good. You're going to be there for the big man on the slip every single time. A lot of really good pre-anticipatory things that you can set your teammate up for. Defending the Zach LaVine snatchback. This is an 80 ball handle requirement move, and a lot of people use it. It is a really good move. It stuns you a lot. It makes a lot of space for that three-pointer, and with the way the contest system works in this game, it's very hard to defend unless you are anticipating a move like that. So when defending ISO, or even sometimes in screens, we're here to go over how to defend that. Goaltending trick, we'll talk about that later in the video. Long story short, it just makes it so the opponent doesn't get takeover when you do goaltend their shot. So if you know for a fact it's going in, I mean, hey, it's a little bit of a, it's a like little trick. Like I said, it's nothing huge, but anyway, this one I'm a little bit disgruntled with that it's in the game, but we obviously want to show it to you guys if it's something that's going to be effective. So hands up defense leading to strips. It's really dumb in my opinion, but my little 5'9" point guards that I play with, they can do it all the time, and I have one clip of myself doing it. That's all I got in the video, but you guys are going to have to understand that like I've seen it on their POV a ton. I obviously just didn't record their clips, but yeah, hands up defense equaling strips on drive attempts, crazy in my opinion, even from behind for that matter. No defensive assist strength. I couldn't find it in the settings. I couldn't even find the 2KU for that matter. I know they have a learn 2K section now, but I couldn't find just the little overview that they give of all the like detailed descriptions and stuff like that. If you guys know where to find that, feel free to leave in the comments for anybody to find in the video. But anyway, the style of defense that you should be playing depending on your player's defensive ability. This is not a motion style that I'm talking about, because we also have, as you can see, the motion styles that I'll be suggesting at the end of the video. But defensive styles to use depending on your player's defensive ability, like stuff like this. I'm talking if you have a 6'8", 6'9" with crazy good chase down block ability, you can play really uptight on the offensive player and obviously be able to set yourself up for chase down blocks, stuff like that. Whereas if you have no ability to get chase downs, you're gonna have to play defense a little bit different, or you can play the same way but be ready to swing and rotate to your teammates and stuff like that. Because let's be real, even if you're playing with randoms, they want to drop. They want to drop a lot when you get beat off the dribble. So you could even still depend on that being something that's very likely to be done. So anyway, let's get into the clips real quick and give you guys some actual breakdown on this. All right, so into our kind of bump breakdowns, if you will. I'm gonna start with that. We have like probably one clip before it as well of me playing back end and then Bonnie on ball. So as you can see, he gets a little bit of a bump. Now this one is a little bit of a pre-anticipatory thing that I'm talking about, and you'll see it a lot later in the video, where when people get stuck in a bump animation, that's when you're gonna set yourself up for success on either the block attempts or also the passing lanes. So Right here, you can see we're playing the on-ball D with Tonic. Now, I put this early part in the video because I wanted to show you guys how tough stuff like this can be. So I'm playing with Tonic on a 7-footer in the park, and they're playing like obviously a meta lineup. You know, we got Bonnie stuck over here on the lock, we got me on the PG, and then Tonic on the big. So when I get caught on the screen, obviously this is gonna be really hard for me to be able to chase, but then at the same time, it's hard for Tonic to hedge to this while also still covering the pop. So my explanation for you is that I think what you really want to do is have your teammate, if you are on the comms with him, or just in general, hope that they are going to do something like this. Like I said, most of this is me talking if you have teammates. Some of it is just individual help, though, for you as a player. So don't be disgruntled with that if you're, worried about, me pointing out this one thing where I need my teammate to be able to talk with me. But with this one right here, like I said, no matter what the defensive capabilities are of my other teammates, I'm not going to lie. I think you should switch this all the time. Because if I get beat off the dribble like this, I think I need to lack the pride to be able to switch on to the big right here, and Tonic also is just going to have to deal with the fact that he's going to be ISO'd by the PG. But also, it's not like it's a super extremely hard thing to do to guard a point guard in this game. As long as you're not overreaching, over bumping, stuff like that. Like, Tonic could definitely deal with that guy, but as you can see, the pop would have been open, the point guard's wide open as well, so not a great idea. So have a little bit lack of pride, or be able to drop your ego when it comes to playing on-ball defense. However, now let's show you how we set up those bumps that I was talking about. So you're going to see 2 of them in a row, and I'm going to just go ahead and let you see it in full speed, then we'll break them down. So as you can see, I only have 85 steel, silver glove. It doesn't matter what your glove is or anything like that. But you can see on both of these, I'm kind of getting him wedged and like stuck into the wing right there, which has way less space on the court. So now, boom, we get our second steal back to back. So let's go ahead and run this back all the way and let you see the whole clip of me just, setting all these things up. So on-ball defense. I'm starting out wherever I see the point guard is, I'm taking away the open side of the court. As you can see, this is where the corner spot up is, not to mention the point guard is on the right half. If you take where the rim is and boom, just cut it right down the middle. He's obviously on the right half of the court, and he's on the same side as the corner spot up, and his teammate probably wants to set him a screen, so the screen's very likely to be set even in the middle of the court. So you're going to have almost 3 players on one side of the court, because obviously this is where he doesn't want to be, so I'm getting him trapped in here. And I mean, you can see we're on his left hip, we're playing the bump, and now the bump animation, when this comes to an end, I wish I would put it in slow-mo, but honestly, we can't, so it's going to go a little bit more frame by frame. So when he gets to the end of the bump animation, a lot of people are switching their ball hand and doing a dribble move. Now, if you're an offensive player and you're trying to avoid this, I would very much recommend to you, do not do any dribble moves at all, because I have got so many people with this move right here, and I know a lot of other great lockdowns have as well. So I'm sitting here just waiting on him to do a move, because he's in the bump animation. Anything that he's flicked on his stick is going to register still. It's not gonna cancel because he was in the bump. Anything he did in these moments right here is gonna register right here. And as you can see, boom, as soon as the ball hand switches, we're reaching and we get the bump on his left hand, and now we're out in transition. And then also, I didn't mention two-way tenacity, but you guys will have this if you ever hit starter 1, which is very likely, obviously. So now you can see I'm lit up on two-way. Same exact thing right here. Guess what? He ends up in the exact same spot. And shout out to this Swayze dude if he's watching this. I see he has a Twitch, obviously, so I don't want to, dog on him too hard or anything. But anyway, you can see, once again, playing for that bump, we get him wedged into that corner. It's going to be a tough spot to be. Again, you can see what I'm talking about. Center is stuck in the middle of the court, so now we got a really good situation where he clearly wants to get back to the left in the first place anyway. So now once he gets out of that bump animation, again, we're going for that reach, and boom, popping it loose. That is a really, really big tip for you guys, as far as those of you out there that really want to be able to learn something like that. So now, one last clip of talking about, this isn't exactly playing out of the bump, but man, I've talked with my point guard AK about this, and this behind the back animation right here is the worst. Don't do this at all. Look at how I don't even have to press my X button. It just walks into me, and this happens a lot with this behind the back, where you just it'll just bump off the player. You don't have to press anything. This will create a lot of fumbles that don't even need to be forced. It's literally just something that's going to bump off the defender a lot when you do this animation. So I'm recommending you guys, I really wouldn't do this unless you know for a fact you're going to beat him to that side. If you see the defender way on your right and you want to go with the behind the back over to the left. But I'm telling you, that is a dangerous animation to be played right there. And again, two-way tenacity, boom, banging on him in transition with the slasher. It's a really interesting lockdown build, by the way. If you want to check that out, feel free to see another video. But anyway, let's go to the full clips now. This is just the one that I wanted to show you guys getting the bumps and stuff like that. All right, so I'm gonna let all this stuff mostly play out. I'll play, some rewinds and stuff like that. But this one right here I want to show you is the chase down block. So I'm holding Y button for this, boom. Mind you, I know they were showing a lot of silver badges up top. I think the game was bugged early on, but I'm telling y'all, this build has never had anything more than just the bronze paint patroller and then silver high flying denier. So just know that. But anyway, as you can see, we're just, you know, playing a bit of solid defense here. This is where I want to tell you guys about the pogo stick jumps, aka the vertical contest system. So right here, I see him driving at me. I go for the block. Obviously, it's hard to get a rebound off of the blocks. So now I'm just jumping and I'm holding my left stick backwards toward the hoop while also just spamming Y. So this is a situation I would only get in if I really feel like he's going to go up with it, and as you can see, boom. Now, he might even be baited by the fact that I did jump, to be honest with you. And I would like to think pogo stick is actually pretty solid in this game again. I don't know for a fact how to like know if it's good or not. You know, obviously in years past I have tested it, but I haven't done that in this game. But like, you know, maybe I would in the past have actually tried and seen what the speed difference is between different levels of pogo stick, but haven't done that in this game. Anyway, you can see right here, this is a really good chase down opportunity. I want to tell you guys, as an offensive player, this is why. Someone asked why I don't run two-foot dunks. This is why. They're so slow. Look at this. Anything that's going off 2 feet, and it's real life basketball logic for that matter, it's hard to be fast when going off 2 feet on your dunk. You're going to get a way faster takeoff when you're running in full speed and jumping off one leg. That's literally just how it is. I'm not the craziest athlete, but I do speak from experience when talking about that. But anyway, right here, we're playing lanes. We're baiting this, and as you can see, just getting into a nice animation as far as that goes. Nothing super crazy as far as explaining to you how and why to do that, but anyway, this one is also just some help defense. We're going for the chase down right there. So again, some of this is just highlights. It's not really me, you know, so much explaining things fully, but I also did want to use this as an example, and that's why I left it in the video. This right here, when all 3 people, like, why? We don't need all 3 people going for this, because as you can see, we don't get it, and then guess what? Oh, free points off a big play on defense. So whoever is closest to this, in my opinion, should be the one to play this. And I mean, I would like to think that's me with two-way tenacity as well, running and being fast on that. But anyway, as you see, like I said, free points when all 3 people chase a loose ball. And I've seen a lot of cases where the loose ball losses are really, really frustrating in this game. So anyway, this is pre-switch right here. And as you can see, we're getting a crazy lane off it because of it as well. But let's break this one down for you guys. So I'm playing my right and I'm telling my teammate that I'm cutting off his right and that he can just take anything moving left off the screen. And how we do this in Pro-Am back in the day is essentially, and we will still do this in Pro-Am by the way, with me and Apollo on the pick and roll D. So I'm taking his right away, forcing him left. When the point guard does inevitably run left and the big man slips, I'm taking the big, whether it's on the roll or on the pop right here. So as you can see, like, you know, I'm dropping low so I can cover for the roll because there's a lot of like very condensed, not very much amount of space for the pop. So then when the point guard does go left, I'm taking away the backside and then also still covering for that corner. So as you can see, like I went low to anticipate the roll. Now if he pops, I'm in here in the lane. And as you can see, that's exactly how we did it. So that's a really good tip for you guys out there who are playing with a teammate and even in Pro-Am and stuff like that as well. And we'll have plenty of other clips of that in this video also. So don't feel like you have to replay that one 18 times to really get the best out of it. But anyway, once again, just chase down block out the corner right here, baiting the lane. Unfortunately, that was the beginning of the clip and I couldn't show you much more than that. But either way, you know, it's some fast break defense stuff. You want to fake the point guard out a little bit, get in his mind. Maybe give up the dunks more than the threes in transition, stuff like that. But in this game, I don't know. Maybe give up the threes more than the dunks. I don't know. I mean, fast break threes, even though they're wide open, they're not exactly a 100% hit rate in this game by any means. So anyway, this is going to be another pre-switch right here. So as you can see, I'm playing with another versatile defender once again. So let's just go ahead and explain this one more time because I know we didn't get a whole lot of great, you know, initial frame on this clip right here. But anyway, you can see I'm playing my right, setting him up for the point guard to move left. The big man, you know, not a lot of people are really high IQ pick and rollers out here, so he's holding the screen way too long. Obviously, even if he slips though, I'm pre-anticipating that, and that's why we call it the pre-switch, is that I'm playing to anticipate the roll, and I'll be on that on the backside. So now, as you can see, we're down there. Obviously, you know, he fights through that one, and then I'm on the lane, and that's where people can get really confused sometimes. Because of our versatility on defense between mine and Apollo's builds, they would think that maybe we'll switch it back on the rescreen, but that's not always the case. So anyway, right here, we even get him with it again, the exact same team, you know, and I'm on that pre-switch, and this is how you can set yourself up for lanes in this regard too. So as soon as, you know, he's crossing the face of that screener, I'm peeling off to be here for the slip. And, you know, he thinks that's going to be open, but then obviously it's not. I'm there, I'm in the lane, and that's just good ball. And then as you can see, you know, ball handle speed with ball, dunk, on the lockdown build in transition. Hey, I'm telling y'all, if you want the build, I know it's something that doesn't fit everybody's niche, but man, I think it's pretty good. Anyway, right there, you can see I'm setting him up for the corner, so now it's another pre-switch right here as well. We're playing good on-ball D. Now, this is going to be a full clip. Like, this clip has a lot of stuff in it. So now, you can see, we get this bump animation right here. Now, this is what I'm telling y'all about when it comes to those bumps and how it sets up for blocks as well. So, this will happen sometimes, obviously. I'll break down the full clip in just a second here. But anyway, with this big man dribbling into me, the bump animation, anywhere between here, like this point of the play, and now, he could be holding X. And if he is, that means he's going up with it instantly as he gets out of the bump animation. So, again, he might have been trying to hold X literally right here. But now, you can see he gets out of it, and I'm playing the jump exactly the moment that he gets out of the bump animation. And then if he doesn't go up with it, we had that clip earlier in the cut up where you guys saw me in the Old Town Park where I thought about that exact same thing, but then he didn't go up with it right away. But the pogo stick vertical contest system thing, it played out in my favor as well. And then also, I broke this clip down in the rebounding video, but I'm spamming Y out of the block animation as well to be able to instantly get up for that rebound as soon as I possibly can. So that's, you know, what we're doing in terms of trying to get that board. And then you can see Apollo playing the lane right there as well. We have one more part of this clip, and again, like I said, there's a lot in it, so just, you know, bear with me a little bit. But what you're going to see in this one is the bump animation that my two teammates get on the point guard right here. So bump, boom. As soon as you see him out of the bump, you're playing the passing lane. I can't even tell you guys how many times my point guard's been done like this, where I'm open on the slip and he can't throw it to me because of this right here. Bump animation, and then I'm playing the lane as soon as he gets out of the bump. So as you can see, that's just a good visual cue as far as when to go for the timing on the passing lane, because obviously the PG tried to get the pass off, but the bump animation is canceling that. So you know, he only has so much he can work with on that. Now, I want to also talk about, as we mentioned in the video, how to guard the Zach LaVine snatchback. You're going to see a lot of clips from this point in the video showcasing this. So you can see me chasing downhill. That's the whole point of the snatchback, right? Even in basketball terms. You know, make the defender think that you're running downhill, but then you pull it back on him. Honestly, my serious explanation on how to defend this is to, when you see that snatchback, jump. Every time. You guys are going to see me get multiple blocks on this, and also just really good contest on it as well, because that's a lot of people's one trick in the bag. I'm not going to lie to you. They're not really very thorough offensive players. A lot of people just spam the snatchback. So anyway, same player. You can see me chase him down on the drive attempt right there. Obviously, we're playing the high-low with Bonnie. So, you know, if you want to take this as a good example of how to play defense with your teammate, if you have a small guard like this and you see two players doubled up, obviously try and play high-low between the two of them, where my 5'9" point guard would probably want to stay on the perimeter, and me as a 6'8" versatile defender is perfectly fine with being down low, obviously. So, you know, just a quick little tip in that regard. But anyway, on to on-ball defense a little bit. Some of these clips you are going to see them score, but boom, again, I see that Zach LaVine snatchback, I am jumping, fellas. And most of the time, what I'm really doing, you're going to see me on this play right here, when I'm not, like, you know, like this one. Let me actually give this full breakdown right here. So with this one, he kind of shifts me a little bit. He gets off me. I'm not able to, like, engage in the bump animations or anything like that. And I will say, a lot of times I do play this kind of trail technique on defense if I do get beat, where I'm just staying right behind him so I don't get hit with this, but I still do get hit with this, as you can see. But anyway, that one, obviously, you know, we go for the chase down block. I wasn't engaged with him. However, this one, I'm bodied up on him, so when I see this, I'm obviously just still trying to, like, keep this little, I don't even know if equilibrium is the word for it, but hey, I might have just pulled one out of the bag if it is. But anyway, I'm trying to stay with, like, his midway point right here and just, like, you know, follow exactly where the body is, you know, classic defense talk and stuff like that. But I'm trying to just stay right on him so that I can still be engaged in the bump animation. And what's nice is when he's in your grasp right here, as far as, like, the bump animations on this, obviously I can then still stay engaged right here, and it's allowing me to stay really, really bumpy. Now you can see I just cut off his left hand. So now, I'm not gonna lie, if you want to play that reach, I really could have potentially, but you can see another snatchback right here. Now we're playing his offhand again, and then you can see he's probably going for the drive, so we try and get to that. Unfortunately, there are animations in this game where you just can't hold up on, you can't really, like, do anything. The layup animation just kind of gets you, right? But now let's talk about that whole don't get takeover for goaltends thing. You can see my takeover ball right here, and then you can see him goaltend it. I don't get any progress for it. So I know it's a really niche trick in the bag, but obviously, you know, it's something I just want to show you guys. So anyway, right here, just a little fake step on the switch. You know, I'm playing with Koza and Joey right there. So Koza was on like a prim lock, essentially, not exactly like an interior defender or anything. So I was just more so playing hedge. Right here, just, you know, good lane. Honestly, it's more of an offensive clip. Check out this hop play, man. Oh my god, that was so clean. I love that. But anyway, back to ISO defense. You can see we're playing this offhand. You know, we just get a bump. Once again, Bonnie's playing the interception out of the bump animation, and then we're out in transition with a dunk again. I mean, crazy. But anyway, right here we're playing with Bonnie and Joey, so not a whole lot of switchability on the lineup. We got a 7-footer or 7-1 in the corner, and then we have Bonnie on a 5'9". So I'm like really the only versatile defender on the court, but just want to show that one for some on-ball defensive aspect as well. Right here, I mean, honestly, this is just psychology stuff if you want to talk about it. Like, this is still a pretty comp team, and this is their lockdown right here, and this is their point guard. So honestly, what do you expect? Lockdown's got the ball. He don't want it. Point guard wants it. Center's trailing. So even if I get beat on this lane and I miss it, Joey's still here to pick up, and I can pick up the center because he's obviously the inbounder. This is just speeding it up way too fast off the offense, and they're just, you know, not doing a great job in that regard. So I'm just playing the pass back to the point guard and getting aggressive on that because, like I said, the center is trailing, and I had at least a third defender to be able to pick up for me. But anyway, right there, I try and play the passing lane, but this is, it's the stupid thing that I'm telling y'all about, man. Oh, I don't know why this is in the game at all, bro. Look at this. Play the lane. I am beat. I am completely out of this play. But now look at this. I'm holding hands up on defense. I'm not even pressing X. I'm telling y'all, that's how this works. They need to take this out of the game. 100%. I think this is dumb. I think this saves terrible defenders. But hey, it's in the game, and I'm not here to, like, you know, shade it from you guys or not tell you about it if it's in the game. So anyway, like I said, missed the lane on this. Boom, we're holding up on the stick on defense, and you can see we just get a strip from behind, and yes, you can see it pops up in the top right that it was my steal. It wasn't Bonnie's or anything like that. So man, that's crazy. That's super crazy. Anyway, snatch back right here. We're up in his face, but guess what? Red. I mean, sometimes that'll happen. I don't know. It's rare. People do not make reds like that, but I don't know. I gotta say, that's the tough thing about the contest system too, is I'm right here, man. I'm right here with my hand up and everything, but I don't know. I just get a late, like my hand goes up late, but I'm holding up on my stick. But like, yeah, it goes up late and his shot's just fast. And I mean, it's not like I didn't get a good contest. It's not like I got my hand up late, quote unquote, in the regard to the contest system. It's a heavy, fellas. It's a tight, but I don't know. He makes it anyway. So I just want to show you, you know, guarding the snatchback. You know, stuff like that will happen sometimes, but it's not very often. Right there, you see my example of playing that bump as another example, but I just missed the steal. But it is very likely. It is very, very likely. You can see the snatchback. Now right here, Joey's low. The popper kind of moved to the wing, so I just like switched off him right here. Joey's just a little bit, you know, unathletic with the build, so no block. But hey, it's a good switch opportunity if you ask me. And that's where I'm saying to you guys, with your randoms, like even if you're playing with random teammates or if it's with your boys, this is a very universal understanding, you know, like it's a big man that is already low. It's me getting beat on a drive. I do have chase down ability, but I may as well not if like this switch is available right here. So you can see me peel off and go to the pop, but again, in another regard, that probably works out really, really well, but just not that time. So anyway, we're cutting off his screen side. You can see I'm taking away his left, but now he's kind of shifting, so I'm kind of just mirroring him a little bit. Snatch back, we're up on his face. Now they just pass it off to the other player. Again, a lot of these I'm showing you on-ball clips of defense because I want you guys to see it, and it really ate up a lot of the clock on their possession right there. They ended up with like 1 second on that. So now right here you can see ISO defense again. I'm on that snatchback, and this is the trail technique I was telling you guys about. This is like a football term right here of the whole trail technique. This is something that cornerbacks do a lot of times, where if they're an extremely athletic player and they can kind of make up for the fact that they are faster than the matchup that they're guarding, they don't want to get beat underneath on like curls or in this case snatchbacks and stuff like that. So what you can see me do is playing him really tight, and now right here I'm not worried about him beating me to the hoop because of the chase down ability on the build. Now let me remind you guys, this is only 78 block. It's silver high flying denier, bronze paint patroller, but I think that's super good. It might be related to vertical as well. I have like 82 vert on the build at this time, but I also have two-way tenacity. So I know it's a lot of things being involved in terms of the clip, but I'm telling y'all that trail technique of what I'm talking about, if you're getting beat, I don't know. I think just staying on his back hip is plenty fine. Because even if he fakes you out and doesn't go up with this, you may be in a situation where you can guess that as well in the play. Just kind of based on tendencies, you know. He might fake you out. He might not even go up with anything. And you might go flying for the chase down block, and then he's just going to go up with the lay after it. So A lot of stuff like that is obviously mind games. A lot of times though, with builds like this, you can kind of react to when it actually is like going up. Like right here, you see that animation right there of him going up with the layup. That's when you can hold Y. And then boom, you can react and actually get that. So anyway, R ball off that as well. So that's off the video. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, feel free to drop a like, sub if you're new, turn on the noties, all that good stuff. Like always, try to one of 3,000 likes. And if you made it to the end of the video and you want to show support that you did, put block or put steal, or you can put D in the comments, search purchase my way through, any of those three. But yeah, as far as like the lanes, the on-ball defense, the chase down blocks, the pre-switch, the vertical contest, the goaltending trick, the whole hands-up defense, getting the strips, just all that stuff, I wanted to at least show you guys. Oh, also, and I should show you the motion style that I'm running as well. So let's just go ahead and skip to that real quick. Also, in case you guys didn't know, I'm pairing with NBA 2K Labs again this year. So you can use my code Laker at checkout for 20% off of any subscription link that you decide to go for. Obviously, what you're going to find on here is going to be really useful information that we're showing all across the whole screen right now, but mainly to be talked about is obviously the jump shot data. So the guys are cool enough to let me show you the information from the 2K24 premium jumper data. If you want the access to the 25 year, you'd obviously have to subscribe to their premium and, you know, using my code as well if you would like. But as you can see, like we have them sorted by speed right here. You can sort by every one of these different individual categories right here between the fastest millisecond jump shots. You can sort that by your individual height between the guards, wings, and bigs. You can sort by speed, green window, the early, middle, and late end of the green window as well, and then the total accumulation of all of that. And I mean, that's how I came to the conclusion that Terrence Mann was a really good base last year, combining all that information. Crazy stuff. So again, to be able to find something like this in 25, you would be able to just sign up for the premium. So what you're going to do when you're ready to sign up, you would just come over here and click register with whatever length of subscription you'd like to go for. After you hit register, it'll ask you to put in a promo code. You just put in Laker when you hit apply coupon right here, and boom, you're looking good. With code Laker, you're going to get 20% off your subscription. If you guys would like to help me out, I get a percentage based off your initial purchase only. So a recurring bill, like if you get a 1 month subscription, I only get the 1 month that you sign up for initially, and then anything past that, I don't. So if you do plan to go for like a 3 or a 6 or even a year-long subscription, feel free to just, you know, do that if you want to support me. But I understand not everybody wants to go for that, so it's all good if you don't. Anyway, appreciate you guys for watching. Let's get back to the video. Also, while I'm loading up, I figure I can just tell you guys, I don't know if you can see with the hoodie on, but I unlocked the Burly body type recently, and I didn't have this in any of those clips. It was the one before. I don't even exactly know what that was, but I would like to think that actually plays some difference in terms of how you play defense. So if you happen to be on like a bigger lockdown build, I think it actually is very helpful. But anyway, as far as the motion style I'm running right now, I am running Caruso. However, I gotta tell you guys, and this has been tested by Toots right now, as all of the ones that he's tested so far, to be the fastest you can possibly run for a guard or even the wings as well. However, Jalen Suggs, and even in the preview, he is moving right here, as you can see. But a lot of comments were suggesting Suggs to me, and I'm not gonna lie, I think it might be better than Caruso. I'm not positive. I can't be sure. But, and it's very unlikely, right? If Caruso's the fastest already, the odds are that Suggs would not be faster. But I'm gonna put my chips on it. I'm putting it on. I'm not gonna lie. I think it's possible. I really do think after playing with both, I think Suggs might potentially be faster. So I'm gonna try it out. You guys can try it out for yourself. Take whatever bet you want on that, the over under on like Caruso or Suggs. Obviously, you know, it's a little bit hard to judge because like I said, if Caruso's already best that Toots has tested, it'd be hard to bank on Suggs being any better, but I'm gonna do it, man, because I believe in it for sure. So I'm gonna roll with that for the next couple of days, and we'll see how I feel after that. But yeah, just wanted to give you guys my breakdown on that. But anyway, that's all as far as any of the animations that you can put on for defense. Obviously, you know, if you wanted to see the build, here you go. It's, you know, these are the defensive ratings that we're working with right here. Not an insane lockdown build by any means. So anyway, that's all the video. Hope you all enjoyed. Like I said, if you did, feel free to drop a like, sub, new, turn on noties, all good stuff. And like always, try one of 3,000 likes. If you made it to the video, put lock, put block, put steal, put whatever the heck you want in the comments, search sports man all the way through. But anyway, that's all. Appreciate y'all for watching. If you want to check out any others, we did the rebounding tutorial, all types of tips on that. We got a lot of just helpful videos. The slasher tips. I'm sure I'll even talk about a pick and roller, like inside big, like help and stuff like that, or even maybe the poppers. But a lot of that stuff can be universal. But anyway, that's all video. Hope you all enjoyed. And on that, take it easy, man. Peace.